one side, the big orange is just not a color they can sit with, and the other side, crimson, has them seeing red. Easy to assume everyone here has a lighter in hand. Now we get to see who will use it. On the banks of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium in Knoxville. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Tennessee Volunteers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Guys, Coach DeBoer told me pregame, this running back has been unstoppable this season. He is ranked top 5 in the country in rushing yards, and people are starting to mention his name in the Heisman talk. He is really devastating at the line of scrimmage, showing patience running behind blocks, and Coach said he belongs in this conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Reese?
Appreciate that, Holly. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. Picks up the first down, and he might have a little extra. That was the penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Quarterback may change this route. They'll move the tight end. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. And the offense will take that penalty and move a little bit closer. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties.
Level. Chip. Chip. Rock. Move. Where did he go?
Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Fires it incomplete. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup.
And the defense, Dave, got him at the 27.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a look.
And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Snap it to the back. Fighting off the defender. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
They'll try to run for it. Finding some room. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
I love that play design by the offensive coordinator there on third down. You throw a bunch of wide receivers out there. Everybody on defense is thinking you're going to throw it, and instead you hand it off. This guy is so dangerous, great vision. He knows where the sticks are. They pick up the first down, and they kept the defense on their heels.
Keelan Russell. The sure hands, it's Edwards. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Throws to the wideout. And the misfires. He was looking for a man along the left side.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing to the perimeter of the field. They just didn't have it there.
From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Needs it to keep this drive alive. How about that defense rising up and stopping? On 4th down.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. Guys, let's take a minute here and look big picture for Tennessee. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive line. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't. Deliver the football, it's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And this offense coming out slow, man. It's kind of frustrating because you had that bye week last week. What do? You go back and self-scout, look at yourself. What can I do better? And then you come out in the first quarter, and you're not playing great out the gates. They got to find themselves in a little rhythm, knock off some of that bye week rust.
On his way back from the 20. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive leads.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Throwing Russell. Here comes the heat. incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on third down. Got it, looking for a first. Breaks into the open. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to him and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Direct snap. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Despite all the bitterness in the maybe some room here. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football. I don't know if it was luck, and it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Right back to the well. Gets it inside the 10. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter as we get ready to get things started. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And we got something different, guys, here in the 2nd quarter. We got points, right? No points in the 1st quarter. Both defenses had their footing. Now, offense finally strikes. Gets something going. Gets down here on the fringe, too, inside the 30. Capitalizes on it. Gets a touchdown. And we got our first score of the football game.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Run game is football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Matthews.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and then all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
Leaves it with the back. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's 4th down. And the Volunteers will punt this one away. Wants to bring it back. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Ready to roll on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Russell. That's caught. It's Edwards. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. Alabama quickly back to the line.
And, you know, Alabama at the quarterback spot, obviously, you need that great player. When they've had the great player, these teams have been really, really great. The last couple years, man, you've kind of seen the inconsistencies come out at that spot. So finding that next guy, critically important.
It is critically important. I think what's interesting about Alabama at that quarterback spot, too, is a lot of other programs, they reload the position through the portal. But when you think about Alabama, they kind of grow it internally from guys they've recruited who have waited their turn and then finally show up. Ty Simpson was one of those guys. He waited his turn year after year to get his opportunity, and I think they feel like they've got the guys inside the building already that can take over the spot and lead this team to a national championship.
The transition of Alabama quarterbacks over the years has been fascinating, from the dreaded game manager label to playmaker.
To playmaker, to spread it out, to Heisman winner. I mean, that's how much this offense has changed and evolved, and they're going to be aggressive, and they're going to score points in this new age era.
Keelan Russell finds his man. It's Rodgers. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
The give to the lone running back. Got some room, entered to the goal line. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. We'll get a stoppage here for an injured player for the Tide. He'll bring it out. It's Dodson. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Offense takes the field to start this drive. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Paula, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Fires to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch, that's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit, but they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
To the air on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Catch inside the 25. He's loose. Touchdown, Volunteer. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough. They get run by, he makes the catch, and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic that they'd get him on the ground at the 20. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Throwing Russell. Under fire. Buried before he could blink.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. The offense changing the play. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15.
Here we go. Ready to go.
He's looking to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Jackson. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Line getting set on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. gets it out quickly. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be first and goal. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And they're first down. And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. First and goal. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. And with the clock stopped, they can get their thoughts together to call this play after picking up the first. And backed up, first and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. Got his man. Touchdown, Tennessee! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Extra point here will tie the game.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll go with a direct snap. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. The holding penalty will make it first and 20. Motion from the wideout. Russell. Looking long. Snags it on the right. Took it all the way to the 36-yard line, and he flipped the field in an instant.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive, maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. That's exactly what happened. Nice job.
Looking to the big tight end. That's reeled in. It's Edwards. Knocked down at the 25-yard line, picked up 10 there, and gets a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in, and let's see if they try it again. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Turning it on! Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. The corners are walked up tight. Going for 6. And that one sails through the back of the end zone.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field of play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
This crowd knows when to bring it. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Alabama calls its second timeout of the half. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Makes the grab on the left. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Now the Tide uses its third and final timeout. and they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Man, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. Let's get things popping this week with Kentucky taking on the number 10 team, the Duke Blue Devils. And it's Kentucky with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And it moves their mark to 6-1 as they continue to play awfully well here in the season's first half. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big 12.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half. There he goes. Makes it past the marker. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And just a great job on the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
On the option. Maybe a crease. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
And, man, this is a big decision coming up, right? Like, this is still a tie football game. So if you get stopped on 4th down, man, you're setting the other team up with good field position, almost in field goal position right off the jump. This is a big 4th down play.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. Snap it to the back. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And I don't think anybody's surprised. Big play. Who do you give it to? The guy you've given it to today, and he's had so much success. You trust him. You know he's getting the football. He delivers for the first down.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Keelan Russell rushes on him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? To the air, it's Russell. Quickly to the tight end. Smashes through the tackle. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Throwing Russell. Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Direct snap. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Now on the option. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. That is his 3rd score of the game, and now 14 on the season. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Dodson. He'll be chased out of bounds inside his own 20 at the 18-yard line, and a great job of coverage there. So here is the Tennessee offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own, a chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Looking downfield on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Bishop. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He wants to change this route. Looking to fire. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. When you play at a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Paynes, the Marcel Dariuses when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, Reese, I can keep going. Quinnen Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite level recruiting on the defensive line, on the edge, is how they've built this dynasty at Alabama.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Volunteers will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Punt is in the air. He'll take it on the return. There he goes. Open it up. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Catch in the middle, it's Meadows. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Russell. he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending.
Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on third down. Now here's Russell. He's got him. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Again, it's Russell. Fires to the wideout. Makes a catch. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on fourth down right there and getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff putting their faith in their players to come up with the execution and make it happen?
Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Trying to set up the screen. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. Looking to throw. He's going for it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. He might want another play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, sticks that big mitt up there and grabs it. And the ball's headed quickly to the line.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through.
He's going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
On the move. Could be an alley. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The Vols have their offense in high gear.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. And the Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Finds his big tight end, and he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Makes it past the marker. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. The Volunteers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. From the red zone, looking for a man. Fires to the right. Touchdown Vols! Made the grab in the end zone for 6. The Vols strike back for the touchdown.
And this is the part of the field where you gotta love to have the big tight ends. These guys are used all over the field now. Find those mismatches. Palmer, nice throw, nice catch.
Man, I remember a time when tight ends were good for 5-yard out routes and blocking. How nice is it to have a guy with this guy's size and speed to stretch the field vertically, get into the end zone quickly, and be a great target for you? That's every quarterback's dream.
So it's an 80-yard drive, and the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown.
Number 97, set to kick this one.
And he takes this from inside the 5. They tried to get the wall set up for him, not quite enough for the huge play, but a good job to give his offense some breathing room. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Keelan Russell. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Russell. He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 30. They make the stop after the big passing play, but now the question is, will it stand? That holding call threw him in reverse. Now it's 2nd and long. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run.
Russell from the gun on third down. Fires to the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Takes it on the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They got the stop they needed. Now can the offense pay it off and tie this game up late? They'll start this drive with a pass. Pocket breaking down. It's complete. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. That is the junior tight end who they are taking a look at, and we'll have Holly Rowe check on his situation. And the Vols come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Second and 10. He'll throw again. Makes the catch. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The Vols come to the line in the hurry-up. Gonna look downfield again. Got his man. And that's not going to be a first down. He stopped just millimeters away from moving the chains. A run for the quarterback. Oh, he's got some space. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
And the Volunteers getting set on first and 10. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
And I love the personnel group that the defense is in right now. With the lead late in a 2-minute situation, you're seeing extra DBs on the field. You know the offense is going to try and throw the football. So faster guys, good job that time getting to the ball, knocking it away, forcing the incompletion. You stay in this personnel grouping if you're on defense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Pulls it in. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Motion from the wide receiver. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And now with that play, for this offense, it's got to have it time. I'm going for it on 4th down. Obviously, a field goal does nothing, but I got 3 timeouts, and that is a good thing. Because I have those in my pocket, I can attack the whole field. I just got to focus in on the yardage to get this 4th down and move the sticks.
A designed run for the quarterback. They'll stop him short. Just what they needed as they get the ball back for their offense.
That's such a terrible feeling, too, if you're the quarterback, because on 4th down, they're calling for you on a designed run. They're putting all their hopes on you to somehow go out and get that first, and he knew it. There was just nowhere to go. It's got to be a terrible feeling when you know the defense has won, especially on 4th down, and you're going to be coming off the field.
Smart move to keep it on the ground.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand, they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
Oh, he's got a chance. Picks up the 1st down. Tackle was made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. On 1st down from their own 22. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Timeout is called. It's the 2nd charge to Tennessee. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. And they'll take a knee. So Alabama once again takes the win in this smoking hot rivalry between the Vols and the Crimson Tide, and the party in Tuscaloosa will last well into the night. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation